All right, YouTube, good afternoon. The last AA-DHD YouTube strategy group member miniature biography, Yrik's 1. So let's get into it. Page, so I'm going to be probably reading a bit. Excuse the not looking at you part of the video, the parts where I'm not looking at you. Anyhow, yeah, minutes from group meeting number 26. Not really. We did have a group meeting number 26 back at the end of January. But we didn't talk about Yrik's biography in it. So this really isn't technically a meeting minutes video. But, yeah. And Peanut's in the background chirping away at various things. It's that time of the afternoon where, you know, she's not settled into nap time yet, which will likely continue throughout most of the night. So she likes to chirp from the various rooms in the house when she encounters a door that she would like me to open for her to satisfy her curiosity for the 100th time. A closet door, a wardrobe door, a dresser drawer. Either that or she sees like a mothy or some sort of other. I don't have a lot of bugs, knock on wood, but I do have occasionally little bugs get into the house. Stink bugs, box elder bugs at the turn of the seasons. And some of those clothes moths. I'm not a mothball fan. I'm not getting mothballs, and I don't know how to deal with clothes moths in a non-mothball way. I just haven't bothered to Google it. So when she sees a mothy flying around, or she gets, she doesn't usually chirp at it though. She's squealing. Her meows are so adorable. They're not even like proper. She never learned how to meow properly. I don't know. Peanut squeaks and squeals and chirps. She's more like a bird than a cat. But it's adorable. So there she is. Hi there. What you doing? Did you find something fun? Yeah? She might want to come up. So I try to tilt the camera. Yeah, the camera that's on the computer, try to tilt it down a little bit so you can see more of her if she does choose to climb up here. She may not do. Anyhow, that's a discursion. That's a little peanut discursion. Let's jump into Yrik's 1. Little miniature biography of Yrik. Anyway, all right, YouTube, this is Yrik's 1, his miniature biography, the last of the members of the group, besides myself, which I'm still debating whether or not to actually do a bio of Deckard. I mean, my whole channel is really a bio. There she goes. So, this is Yrik's 1. I've got a few things we're going to go. I've got it organized in a list situation with, I'm going to try to stay strictly Deckard and hope to avoid slipping into some Luchiness. I'm not trying to do that. So sometimes I got to be conscious when I make these videos. I got to kind of stay a little more because I just slip into a Luch accent all the time now, and I think it could be distracting. I totally understand that it could totally be distracting, so I'm going to try to avoid that. Anyway, Yrik's 1. So first off, no one that I've met is exactly sure how to pronounce his first name. It's spelled Y-R-I-K. Just like Eric with a K, but with a Y and a K. Eric with a Y. So, and he doesn't correct you. Yeah. I mean, he's never said how to pronounce his name, and he's never corrected anyone however they pronounce it, right? Amazing equanimity. I just made a video about equanimity like a month ago. And this would be an example of remarkable equanimity, right? If somebody mispronounced your name and you just let it be. Anyway, it's an interesting take. So I call him Yrik, but it could be Yrik or Yrik or Yrik or Yrik. I mean, Luch calls him Weinrich for some reason. I don't know if he's playing around or if he misheard it or if that's just what someone from North Orange, they would pronounce it. Weinrich, he says. So I'm going to, out of respect for Yrik, I'm going to try all the different pronunciations throughout this bio in case one of them happens to be right. I myself generally call him Yrik, but if I think about it, I'll try to throw another one out there like a Yrik or an Yrik. So anyway, that's first off. Nobody knows how to say his first name. Second off, Yrik loves English grammar. I mean, he got a master's degree in it from somewhere. It's Humboldt University or something, I think. So you could say he's a grammar master, and you'd be right. And he certainly is, in fact, no doubt. He loves grammar. He knows grammar. It's one of his things. In fact, he used to have a YouTube channel dedicated to grammar. It was like part of an English language word pronunciation niche. I guess that's a thing, a bit of a thing. And he had a channel in that niche. But it's still a bit of a mystery exactly why he had to abandon that channel. I believe it did have something to do with copyright trouble. Again, not sure if they were copyrighted word pronunciation issues, right? Or simply copyrighted word definition matters. He didn't elaborate. We didn't go into it. I didn't want to press. So that channel ended years ago, but his love for grammar certainly didn't suffer, and he's back on the YouTubes again, so I think his love for YouTube didn't wane much either. Anyway, his current channel, he's called it Chalk Talk, like a chalkboard, teachers writing grammar on the chalkboard. Chalk Talk. It's a variety channel, but it's about English language in a more general sense. So it's more than the word pronunciation channel he used to run. He's trying to steer clear of any of that old copyright stuff, I guess. Chalk Talk. Sometimes he posts podcasts like interviews with his grammar teacher friends. He has a whole bunch of those, junior high school, this grammar, whoever teaches grammar, I guess. So he'll have podcasts like interviews with them. He also discusses various new developments and theories in the English grammar world. Or he'll make videos sharing his takes on some of the long-standing grammar controversies. He gave me a couple of examples. The Oxford comma debate. He's got a video, I guess, upcoming where he discusses that controversy. The intransitive gerund dilemma. Another controversy that he's going to make a video about. There's others, anyhow. So that's what the channel is. He's also now incorporating grammar jams, his prose poetry videos, which were inspired by the Cold Dog slams. So that's cool. Finally, he has a tradition where he hosts grammar parties on the first Sunday of every month. Every month. For years he's been doing this. I've been to a couple now. Yeah, they're fun. He has tons of grammar teacher friends who come. A mishmash of visiting grammar scholars seem to always show up, and now the group. So these are decently sized parties. He's made up a bunch of grammar party games for these things, and they're actually quite fun. Some of the games that we play, run-on sentence marathon, where everyone takes a stab at speaking the longest run-on sentence they can in one breath. Syntax Jenga, where you see how many words you can extract from famous sentences before it no longer makes any sense. So just like Jenga, you pull out words. Diacritical Pictionary, which is just like Pictionary, except for you draw diacritical marks instead. Those are the various dots and lines above letters in some words, like little triangle and the two dots and the little accent. Those are all called diacritical marks, and you can draw them and people can guess them, and we can have fun drinking games with them, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't guess. A couple of times I played this. Anyway, punctuation Mad Libs, where you get to replace the given punctuation of a story with your own. And that turns out to be quite a riot, because you got to read your final submission out loud. But that's just some of the games. He's got more. Anyhow, so that's second off. Yrik loves grammar. Third off, Yrik, he has a 9 to 5. Right? YouTube's not paying the bills just yet, really, for any of us. And his 9 to 5 is that he teaches scholastic aptitude test prep classes. Yeah. You remember those SAT classes you took in high school, or GRE, or MCATs, or LSATs, or whatever, right? When you were going to medical school, or law school, or just graduate school, whatever. So, yeah, you take these classes, you can learn to prepare for them to get a higher score. So he teaches those. In fact, he used to run his own test prep course business. I guess, though, he sold that business to his current employer. But then he missed working so much, he got a job there as a guest lecturer. So now he's a guest lecturer for this company. They send him all over the country to various events, and he's quite the figure in demand. So that's pretty cool. Maybe this leads to the fourth off, which is that Yrik has pretty remarkable charisma. Everyone seems to love him. All of us in the group sure do. And he always seems to become the star of whatever party's going on, usually his own. But he does this in the most unassuming, natural, like chill way. He's not a jerk about it, so it's totally cool. It's just, I don't know, he has this type of magnetism that catches you off guard, right? For me at least, and I know I'm not the only one. I find myself just getting lost in conversations with him. I mean, I'm a talker anyway, but he has the kind of charm that makes it feel like you're the only one in the room. This allure extends to his dating life. And it seems like he's got a different girlfriend every month at his grammar parties. Our friend Choo Choo has a pretty flagrant crush on him. Her name is Cece, but everyone calls her Choo Choo because she always whispers Choo Choo under her breath whenever we come to a railroad crossing. He plays coy about it, I think, just because he's too polite and savvy to acknowledge it. So, anyhow, yeah, that's Yrik's one. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the series. Those of you who did get a little bit more insight into the core members of the AA-DHD YouTube strategy group. All right. We'll see you next week. And the one that gets I don't know, we drink, I guess, whether you laugh or not. I forget. I've only played that one once, and I was already pretty, we had played other games, so it was a little, no one's exactly sure how to pronounce his first name. Is it Yrik? I think it's Yrik, but, I try all different forms. Her name is Cece, but everyone calls her Choo Choo because of her unfortunate fingernail habit.